Ooh, day seven. Beautiful morning. Thursdays are always fun days because Friday comes after, right? But walking today, up at 6 a.m. just like normal. Got the dog out, and now it's time to get me out. 2.5 to 3 miles, just like we planned, right? And happy day today. Feeling great. Really starting to feel like feel better about a lot of things. Lost some weight, and just sticking to the plan. That feels really good. Feels really good, and just continuing the journey. I've been listening to Kevin Hart, The Decision. It's a great audiobook. You should definitely check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. And this morning I heard him talking about self-doubt and what a crazy and dumb thing self-doubt is. And he was talking about how when he first got into comedy and he traveled to New York and he started seeing some of the well-polished comedians, he knew he was a funny guy, and he knew he could do it until he got there and saw some of these guys and saw them do these hour-long sets. And he said he just didn't know how to do any of that. He didn't know how to write, and he knew that writing was going to be a thing he was going to have to do if he was going to make it. So he immediately started doubting himself and saying, I'm not an English major. I don't know how to write. And he said in reality, the structure is the easiest thing, but he just doubted himself. And he said, sometimes, we just have to get out of our own way. And that is so true. It's so true that, like, in health and fitness and just getting started, sometimes you just have so many oh, wait, hold on. I got this dude out here monitoring the shoreline. Got some Orioles out here. Man, it's so hard to concentrate when you're out here looking at this stuff, right? But you can relate, right? Things creep into your head that make you second guess what you can do and what you're capable of. I know for me, when I was even heavier, which is crazy, I'm a heavy guy, but I was even 30 pounds heavier. It was always, well, my shoulder hurts, and I think it's just done. I don't think I'll recover from that. I'll never lift again. I'll never be able to do certain things again. And my feet would hurt after walking. My legs would hurt after walking sometimes. And that was just like the initial walk or something that you're doing, and you just tell yourself after that initial walk, which is always going to be hard, yeah, I'm just broken. So you just doubt yourself. You doubt the food part of things. You doubt the getting up early. Oh, I would get up early, but I have to do this. This thing comes up. Got to take a kid to school, or blah 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 blah. All kinds of things that you put in your head. So self-doubt, I love combining things, and I love combining what Kevin Hart's saying with some of the stuff that John Joseph talks about with the enemy mind, because I feel like that just wraps right into it. And I love enemy mind. Not a Krishna guy, not a Buddhist guy or any of that, but I love putting a name and a face on it. so that you can kind of be mad at it, right? And kind of beat it down. And so to me, that is what you have to do. You have to say, I am stronger than this thing that is telling me no. That's a hard thing to do, and it takes some time to figure it out, but you can figure it out. A couple of things, my shoulder pain, my shoulder stuff, it was real. It hurt. It hurt like crazy, or like the dickens, like some people say. But this 20-pound weight vest, I just stumbled upon it. One day I said, I'm just going to start using it. And it's been something that has taken away all my sciatica, all my pain. Do I have things once in a while? Yeah, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. The shoes that I wear, the wide toe box shoes that I wear, have helped me tremendously with my feet. Even when I was 30 pounds heavier, walking in them. I just was wearing shoes that were too thin, and they were causing me all kinds of pain in my feet and my ankles, and it was making the journey almost impossible, and harder than it had to be. So you learn, you adapt, and sometimes you got to teach yourself. You got to teach yourself. In sales, I always tell people, because I am a sales manager, that's what I do. I'm a sales coach, and I help people every day to achieve their goals and achieve them the right way. But I always tell people, like, my first 4 or 5 years in sales, I was just mediocre to bad. And, I had a lot of self-doubt, because there were guys who were better. There were guys who did it, who would stay on phones longer, do all this stuff. And I would get mad. And I didn't have anybody to teach me. They didn't have any sales coaches or anything like that. They had guys that were supervisors or managers, but they were just making sure that you were working most of the time. So I had to listen to other people. And I had to seek out gurus, so to speak. And a good thing I did, because I stayed in, and that's been for 17 years of my life. It's been what I do, and it's been the way that I can live, have a roof over my head, put my kid through school, cars, all that stuff. But really, I had to make the decision to do it myself. Nobody else could do it. And even if someone had come to me and said, I'm going to help you, I was kind of a lunkhead back then, so I probably wouldn't have accepted it. So, long story long, self-doubt. How do we beat it? Well, you got all kinds of resources. One, you gotta know what your goal is, and you gotta know that you want to get there, and it's got to be something for you. It can't be something for someone else. And that's one of the things that Kevin Hart says, is writing the jokes became easier when I realized I was writing them for me and nobody else. Man, that's powerful stuff. I'm trying to get fit for me. For me, I want to feel better. That's it. No other motive. And I'm not trying to please anybody else with getting fit and getting healthier. It's just me. My YouTube channel that I got. This thing called The Journey. Sorry guys, it's for me. It's for me. It's there to keep me in check. But it's also there for me to do something that I have loved my entire life. I love being on camera. I love film. I love editing. All things that I, in high school was really, really into. pursued it into college. Didn't work out for me as a career. So all this stuff has got to be for you, no matter what it is that you're looking to try to achieve, whether it's weight loss, better life, achieving that project, whatever it is. Got to be for you. Don't let self-doubt win. Beautiful day out here. Taylor Park, Largo. Do it. Hey, little guy. That's some Florida stuff right there. That's some Florida stuff. Kevin Hart, he cracks me up, man. He said that his only self-doubt was about having fear of self-doubt, because he thought that was embracing self-doubt. That's a complicated way of saying it, but funny nonetheless. But he said, get the heck out of your own way. So he said, get the heck out of your way, Kevin. He didn't say it like that, but that's how I'm saying it, because that's how I choose to say it. But awesome stuff. Don't let that self-doubt creep in. I mean, how many ways can we say it? But doing it is another thing. And you're going to need help with that. You need friends, family, listening to stuff like this, hearing other people just beat it into your head sometimes. And it's not an overnight process. You can't just wake up. Oh, look at this guy. Hey, bunny. That's it right there. You can't just wake up the next day and be cured. It takes some time. It's a work in progress, and once you know that, it makes things so much easier. You set little goals for yourself, and you go achieve them, and you leave no room for the doubt, because you make it simple and achievable. Today, my goals was to eat healthy and to walk 2.5 miles and to have success at work and to do an hour of the things that I want to do to get where I want to get. And I'm going to do those things because I've got them all written down. I've got them all broken down. And I can't wait for this weekend. I can't wait for, day 9. I'll break it all down. I'll put it right there on the screen for you, and you'll have the blueprint. And then you got no excuses from that point. You just got to get rolling. So a little gator just sliding into the water off the dock. Wow. Here comes the sun, baby. So to wrap it all up, I'm gonna do our curls. 3 sets of 15 to 20. You don't need the heavy weight. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 pounds, whatever. This is 20 pounds. I usually do 30s at the gym. It's all good. Just trying to, this will help you burn all day long. Tricep kickbacks. Those triceps. 3 sets. 15 to 20. Don't need heavy weights. Grab a ball. Do a bench press. You get 20, 25 of these. If you gotta take a break, take a break. If you got a bench, do bench press. I would if I was in the gym. And do these. If you can't use weight, don't use weight. Rows for the back. Three sets of 15. Sit-ups. 3 sets of 20. Do as many as you can. And a stretch. Like I said, if you can only get here, but then try to increase as far as you can. I'm gonna go here for about 30 seconds. And while we're doing that, remember, if you can't lift a certain, if you can't hit a certain number, if you can't do 15, 20, start with 5s, 10s, whatever weights you got. You work your way up, or stay where you're at, as long as you're doing it. That's what matters. So, with the sit-ups, do as many as you can. If you can only do 3, 4, 5, do that. Do 3 sets of them though, 3 sets. So, recapping, 3 sets of 15 to 20 with everything, but do what you can. Just get your 3 sets in. If it's 5, if it's 10, get them in. Work your way up. Write it down. Write down where you were. Write down where you want to be, and you'll get it. So I'm going to finish this up. 3 sets of 15 to 20 with all those wonderful exercises, and then I'm going to have my morning shake. Then I'm going to get in the lab and get the work done and enjoy the rest of this day. So thanks, everybody. Enjoy the journey. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you're at. Let me know if you got any questions. Let me know if there's anything you want to see me do or anything like that. So have a great day. Enjoy. Bye.